Hello folks, welcome back to Fallout 4. So I figured, since we've been into the Institute and done a few things, I thought we'd stop on that because our next step is the Battle of Bunker Hill, which I don't want to do quite yet. I thought it was probably time we came back and talked to the Brotherhood, and yeah, I gave them the news that we've been into the Institute and all that stuff. So, let's head up to the Pridwin and go talk to Mr. Maxon. He's not going to be too happy that we made the relay without his help and all that, but you know what? We'll get him his data. We should probably also check back in with the railroad at some point, but we have a new selection of quests that should show up after we turn to the Brotherhood. Been a while since we've done anything for these dudes.
Our latest intelligence tells us you've infiltrated the Institute and liberated a valuable holotape from their facility. I'm quite disappointed you chose to build the signal interceptor without the Brotherhood Knight. However, you've secured passage to and from their facility, which was one of our primary goals. So, I'm willing to overlook your lapse in judgment, since you've unexpectedly accelerated our plans. I now have two missions for you to complete. First and foremost, I want you to bring that holotape to Proctor Ingram right away. There could be data vital to the success of our mission on that tape, so we can't afford to take any chances. The second part of your mission requires a bit of background to explain. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
Let's question him further here.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. That's all I can tell you. Just keep your mind on the mission. And don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck, Knight.
Alrighty, well, so to get that tape, I've got to go back and talk to Sturgis, and he'll give me a copy of it. And then, yeah, then we'll go in and convince her. My speech and all that should be high enough to where I should have no problem getting her back. And that will lead us to some more missions. There's also, oh, I forgot to pick up the missions from him. I'll do it afterwards. Some other missions here from the other guy, I can't remember his name, that we've got to do. But I've got to go back to Sanctuary and talk to Sturgis. Might also swap some of my stuff. I haven't used power armor in a while, and I feel like when I'm doing Brotherhood stuff, I should be wearing it. I might also pick up some heavy weapons to suit. We'll see. Actually, I think most of my really cool power armor sets are back at the Boston airport. So I might grab one from there. I have tons of power armor laying around, and I just don't use it that much. I just kind of collect it. Unless I'm in the glowing sea or doing certain other things. I don't really use it too much on Fallout 4. Of course, he's hanging out in some random house.
What's up?
Sturgis, remember that holotape with all the Institute data? I need it back.
Oh, yeah? Why? What have you got cooking?
I'm working on something with the Brotherhood of Steel. They want to look at the data I got from the Institute.
The Brotherhood, huh? I sure hope you know what you're doing. Here you go. I've already made myself a copy.
Alrighty, easy enough. Sanctuary is looking good. Still really need to bring you guys on a tour of some of the settlements in depth sometime. I would like to finish a few more. Anyways. Oh, yeah. Let me go sort through some of my gear here, and we'll see. Okay, so I went and got some different weapons. Got the I still have this guy, the Gauss rifle. Then I got my Gatling laser, which I tweaked out some, and then I got my plasma rifle. So now here comes the part. If you didn't see, I had an episode a while back called Armor Hunt or something, where I went and showed a bunch of the armor mods I have. Now the question is, which one do I want to use? Let's see, do I still have my... I do. I want to bring this one out. It's the Brotherhood power armor based on the Fallout Tactics kind of version. So I want to use this one. It's been a while since I romped around in power armor. I had a few different custom power armor mods. I think all these were full. I had to disable some of them because my mod list was getting ridiculous. It's still over 200. But anyways, now that we're all kitted out, let's go to the Institute and talk to Dr. Lee. Well, I look vastly different than the last time they saw me here.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Oh, yeah.
About this mysterious fate.
So, we've already met Dr. Lee, obviously, a few episodes ago. Now we just gotta sweet talk her into leaving the Institute. Gonna do lots of quick saving, so I don't have to replay the conversations.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
You again. What do you want now? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't being straight with me. Like there are things I'm not supposed to know about. I don't like that. But still, how can I turn my back on all of this?
Your work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? You know, I never understood why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent people up there, dying. And here I am surrounded by technology that could make their lives better. Yet we hide down here and insulate ourselves from everything and everyone. It's not right. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Alright. Oh, okay. I thought my Headlamp wasn't working. Anyways, that was easier than I thought. Didn't even fail one speech check. Well, let's go back, give them their holotape, and then see where we go from here.
Proctor, I came across a holotape with a full scan of the Institute's network.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
You didn't expect me to survive the trip?
A device like the Signal Interceptor is way out of my league.
There's the
I was
textures.
hoping you'd make
Nope,
it,
not
but
yet.
I find it tough to have faith in
Gotta
technology
love that.
I don't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Getting closer.
What do you hope to find on there?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxson gave you all of the details? Good luck, Knight.
Yeah, I already did that. She's not back yet or something. Dude, while we're here, before we head back up to tell Maxson, I want to check out the control tower, because it's been a while since I've gone up here. Can't remember what's up here. Or if there's even anything up here. Yeah. Just the control tower. Probably be a really nice view if it was daytime. Yep, whole lot of nothing. Alright. Go back up. Wait a minute, what's this? Sorry, I know I'm getting off track, it just... Okay. Enough beating around the bush. I don't exactly remember what the immediate next mission from this is. It's been a while since I've been through here.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Alrighty. Let's do it. Take that. Before too long doing some more missions for the Brotherhood, there will be a bit of a holding point where I'll stop for a while and go back and talk to, well, the Minutemen and the Railroad before we continue on. And it'll all kind of culminate around the Battle of Bunker Hill mission, because that'll be the point at which I completely shun the Institute. And before I do that, I need to make sure I'm done using them, because that's the make or break point for a few factions there. If you do it right, you can keep them all in your good graces. Except for the Institute. And, you know, I don't care about the Institute. I've done a playthrough for them, and I don't like them.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxson told you about it?
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. We can't risk tipping off the Institute. For now, The fewer people that know about it, the better. Come on. It's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Proctor.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Prydwen, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Sure thing. Wish you would have just radioed up and told me and I could have not left the Prydwen. But let's go back up there and convince her once again. I'm trying to remember where I left Paladin Dance. I feel like I should have him with me. He might be out at the castle. I haven't been out there in a while. I really need to finish that settlement. I haven't worked on settlements much for quite a while. I've only got a couple that are really fully just about done.
Attention. Due to increased raider activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended.
Wait. That you
Affected
dance?
parties will have their leave compensated at the next available opportunity. That is all.
Going forward, report your findings directly to him.
Hey, man.
Paladin.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Been a while since we've
Ready.
Roger that.
fragged stuff together. Come on. In fact, it's been a while since I've had any companion with me, to be honest. There's my suit that I left here.
With the Brotherhood behind us, we'll never fall.
Dr. Lee.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
And we want to stop the Institute from using its technological superiority as a weapon.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
That was easier than I thought it would be. Didn't even have to speech check her. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I was wondering where I left Dance. I guess I should have checked here. Well, that was fast. Been all of 10 minutes. They got it all out here.
Proctor Ingram?
Wow, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
A high-powered magnet. I'm pretty sure I've got one of those lying around. In fact, I probably have a bunch of them. In the prime place I dropped my scrap is in Sanctuary. Let me just make sure I don't have one down here, because I've dumped off resources here, so... Okay, so I went up to Sanctuary and found one. I've got all sorts of stuff here, so... Got lots of raw materials here. Alright. Well, took me some looking around, but... Anyways... See what's next.
Ingram?
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
What's Prime armed with?
Prime has 2 weapon systems, his eye laser and his nuke pack. The eye laser can target a hostile from hundreds of yards out and take it down with pinpoint accuracy. His nukes are modified Mark 28 nuclear bombs. They used to drop the things from bombers during the war. Just one of the nukes is equivalent to about 3 or 4 Fat Man shells. Basically, whatever it hits isn't getting up again. His eye laser is almost ready to go, but without nukes to load into his pack, he's fighting at less than half his capability.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs, the same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
Alright, well, that'll bring us back out into the glowing scene. That'll be exciting. But I think we'll stop this one right here, and I have some other plans. I'm going to continue with Brotherhood quests for a little while, but I'm going to kind of divert from this particular line of quests for the moment. So I think we'll stop here, and next time we'll take on some of the other missions from the Brotherhood that I can pick up around here. Assuming I haven't done them already, I don't remember. But, yeah, we'll see. So anyways, that'll do it. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.